Kisoro District, the home of the endangered gorillas, joins the global conservation community in celebrating the first ever World Gorilla Day on Thursday, September 24th, 2020 in Uganda, when the world celebrates one of its closest relatives, sharing 98% of our DNA as we do. The day that creates the opportunity for people over the world to come together in celebrating gorillas and taking action to protect them in the wild. The World Gorilla Day kickstarted with an early morning cup of Gorilla Highland coffee at Gorilla Highland Coffee in Kisoro town, just a few meters to Uganda Wildlife Authority offices.
Morning everyone. My name is Geology once again. I think we shall talk more as we are moving, but we are time bad.
At exactly 7 o'clock, everybody was ready for yet another exciting activity, which is Sabinio Gorge Walk in Mgahinga Gorilla National Park. So we started a 14-kilometer journey to Mgahinga Gorilla National Park from Kisoro town, about 400 kilometers from the capital, Kampala. On reaching Mgahinga Gorilla National Park, everybody was subjected to a mandatory body temperature screening, washing hands and putting on masks to prevent the possible transmission of COVID-19 to the wildlife.
The major tourism activities of Mgahinga, we have the gorilla tracking experience. As you might be aware that the mountain gorillas are only living in two places in the whole world. We have got the Virunga Conservation Area, that's where we are now, and Bwindi Impenetrable National Park. Those are the only two places that still have the mountain gorillas surviving in the whole world. The lowland gorillas, they are subdivided into western lowland gorillas and the eastern lowland gorillas. So the mountain gorillas are only in Bwindi and the Virunga Conservation Area, which is Uganda, Rwanda, and Democratic Republic of Congo. Mgahinga is so rich in terms of diversity. We do bird watching as one of the major activities in the park, whereby we have a big number of the Albertine Rift endemic species. These are birds that are restricted to be living along the Albertine Rift Valley. And in Mgahinga, we have like the Genzori Puraco, we have the Sherry's Crimson Wing, the Archer's Robin Chat, and many more. We do the Batwa cultural experience in Mgahinga Gorilla National Park. The Batwa, these are the ancient, the indigenous people of the forest. They used to stay entirely in the forest, and their life used to depend on the forest products. Some of their activities were not friendly to conservation, so they were evicted out of the park. We also do the golden monkey tracking, and is one of the unique experiences. In Uganda, it's only in Mgahinga. This is whereby you saw the sign which says where silver meets gold. This is Mgahinga, because it's unique that we have the the golden monkey tracking and the mountain gorilla tracking. So the two apes are still sharing the same habitat. We also do nature walks, which I'm sure will be the activity of the day. The nature walks are very interesting. We may not guarantee what you will see during the nature walk, but nature will prove itself, and you will have to see a lot when we are out there. We will have to separate you into groups for easier control and monitoring, and to let you know that Uganda Wildlife Authority is a paramilitary organization, so we work with all the security agencies in this country to make sure that we protect our wildlife resources, we keep the integrity of our national parks, and the security of our clients. We have elephants, we have buffaloes in this forest, and sometimes they may tend to be a bit aggressive, especially when they have the young ones, or if they fought and have injuries. So the armed guys do the scare shooting after letting you know, so that everyone is safe. We recommend you keeping in a group, but respecting the standard operating procedures, and we don't encourage individual walking.
Nature walk to Sabinio Gorge began immediately after briefing, and our speed will determine how long it will take us to reach. However, Sabinio Gorge walk is expected to be about 5 to 6 hour walk, meandering in the lower slopes of Mount Sabinio in Mgahinga Gorilla National Park, going through different vegetation zones all the way to the gorge.
Wow. Just give up, just very enjoyable. 4 hours, Ooh, I didn't see that. I thought this was
the first what?
a split of virgins to enter the virgin forest.
Does it need fuel? You just need to play. I have the photos.
You get it to know that it is injured. Before maybe dangerous.
In a dream.
My name is Doris Kachisime from Entebbe, relocating to come and settle in the hills of Kigezi.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, today you've participated in this activity of nature walk to Mgahinga Gorge.
Yeah.
How does it feel so far?
I would say it's quite tense and to see what the hills looks like at a focal viewpoint of a person and the wildlife that's available here and the shrubs, not to let alone the work the people put in to conserve what we already have is just amazing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is.
What did you expect to find in this activity?
Well, you know how usually they'll tell you Mgahinga is a land for the famous mountain gorillas? I thought you walk through and bam, there's a gorilla, but it's not like that. Like a colleague mentioned, the animals are really intelligent beings and they could view you from miles and miles before you can even be able to see them, because we are told that animals are really shy creatures, but they can also be dangerous. So what communities are doing to conserve this and give them their natural habitat is just brilliant. Yeah.
I see we've walked quite a number of kilometers towards the gorge. Do you think you're going to make it there?
Sure. I mean, it's the views that keep you on the move, because it's just spectacular to see, and it's quite a challenge to also know that I did this with a team of tour operators and people that are really passionate about conservation. This is really, really great, and I really would hope and shout out to people to always know what's around their countries, because you won't know until you get out of your comfort. Usually it's in your dreams. Everything you want already exists. But when you stay in one area or one place or stick yourself to one corner, you'll just never know how amazing and spectacular the universe is.
All right.
And all the earthlings that are leaving this universe, because I think humanity and the animals, we are all one, because we all share one liberty, and that's what we are here for, and to celebrate the Gorilla Day here in Kisoro Hills, Mgahinga Park. And I'm pleased to be hosted here, and the hospitality is amazing. The people are welcoming, and they really have conserved this area because it's really amazing. It's really a nice place.
Sure.
Really recommend it.
All right.
100%.
Let's get going.
Super.
Hiking through these trails took us to the spectacular Mount Sabinio summit, which comes with views of waterfalls and the surrounding areas. Mgahinga Gorilla National Park is located in southwestern part of Uganda. It is governed by Uganda Wildlife Authority with a size of 33.7 square kilometers. Sabinio Gorge Walk is a very strenuous yet enjoyable hike, which rewarded us with spectacular views of Virunga volcanoes, wind forest, neighboring communities, Mgahinga Gorilla National Park and wildlife in the park.
A gorge is a feature that is formed when a cave declines, forming a ridge, and during the process of the runoff of water, different stones, different soils are moved away, forming a kind of a cliff. And the cliff that remains with the escarpment is called a gorge. Sabinio Gorge is called so out of the name of Mount Sabinio, because it lies beside Mount Sabinio and is in between the first peak of Sabinio and the second peak of Sabinio. As you've observed here, when it is the rainy season, we shall have some forest here. So a lot of water is coming down. welcome you back from this experience. I hope you have enjoyed it.
Sure, we did.
And all of us reaching there, that is an achievement for me and to everybody. It would make me bad if somebody never reached there. That's why I was struggling with some of you. At least try and reach the gorge. Because now you have stories to tell your friends. Wherever you go, tell them about our gorge. And now you are the promoters of tourism. You are the people to market us. Tell them about Mgahinga. Tell them about our big gorillas. Actually in Uganda, Mgahinga Gorilla National Park has the biggest gorillas. And that is a credit to us. Yes, biggest.
Why? You
In
feel
size.
something different? Or
Because of the altitude, the feeding behavior, and other things. And then still you have the only golden monkeys that you can see only in Mgahinga, in the whole of Uganda. So meaning they are restricted in our area. Tell them about that. Then you've experienced the gorge. Tell them about the gorge. Tell them the experience of moving on 2 stones. You know, that is what interests. Yes, please. And then also the hiking. Thank you very much. I remain Jerome with my team. Festus, Nelson, Samson. And there's one person there. Clinton and Emmanuel. Thank you very much. May God bless you and serve you for the mission. And thank you for appreciating our service. We have already appreciated. Thank you.
How is this World Gorilla Day relevant to you?
It reminds me of, what should I call it, of gorillas and how we're supposed to make sure they don't get extinct. It sparks off that feeling of, oh, I desire to have them, you know, so that my great-grandchildren can also, you know, get those sceneries. Yeah, basically, wildlife.
It's important because these are some of the animals that really bring in much of foreign exchange.
And it's good to challenge yourself and our love for nature. And as you know, fitness is crucial to boost our immunity. So, what are we waiting for? Yeah, that's what inspired. And also, it's fun because, you know, you're with friends, you get to take pictures. And,
There was need for us to celebrate this World Gorilla Day. We are celebrating the gorillas, and we hope the people who have been on this walk will appreciate the nature, and we hope after there will be some talk shows about tourism, and when the people get to know the benefits that come from tourism and majorly gorilla tourism, we hope they will appreciate.
First of all, allow me to appreciate the organizers of this event. On this 24th September 2020, where the event has been able to recognize the World Gorilla Day. I want to appreciate Adventure Africa as well as Tour de Kigezi in particular, including those that did stand with him. My name is Moses Magezi Muhozi. I am here to represent Mondi Lodge Kisoro. What is my task? Your question is, what was my expectation? At first, definitely when I noticed that this event is basically attracting more of guides and hoteliers, including hotel owners, my expectation was great because and indeed it has been achieved simply because the numbers have been overwhelming, the exercise has been very spot on. The Wildlife Authority, UWA, has been able to give us a tremendous support, especially in this exercise. All the team members made it to the gorge. And yes, my expectations have been met. I like the organization, the aspect of even providing us with some logistical support, including drinks, including coffee. Basically, everything has been to my expectation. Well, of course, when the good government of Uganda did see it necessary and approved the opening of the national parks, this has been tested and has been proved that indeed the national parks are open, right? And I also realize that the impact it has to us as business owners, as hoteliers, it is going to give us an opportunity to receive guests. That's one. Two, to be able to sell what we know. For example, it's my first time to visit the Sabinio Gorge. Three, it is going to give us revenue. As far as you know, even at the district level, we believe in what we call revenue sharing. This is income. It's income. We are going to see an impact in the communities in terms of economic development. We have like the guys who have been able, you saw guys carrying our bags. That was very spot on. And when they do lift such bags, definitely it means an income is coming to their families. And if the families are happy, it also means that they will be able to conserve.
My name is Geology, and I work with the Home of Kigezi Museum and Tour de Kigezi. I also chair the association that brings together the tour guides, operators, hotel and restaurants association here in Kigezi region, and with the activity that we chose to do here in Mgahinga to celebrate the World Gorilla Day, we felt it was very important to engage the young people here and the stakeholders in tourism to celebrate this important day as we continue conserving for the generations. So we have always been having events, especially Tour de Kigezi, and we felt this time we don't have to miss out on promoting the World Gorilla Day as an effort to conserve these great apes, as well as promoting tourism for the community to benefit and for these species to survive. So today the turn-up was very good and people have had a very good experience on the Sabinio Gorge walk hike, which most of the participants have never done. It was such an exciting opportunity, especially for the new people doing it for the first time, to learn about the forest, the species, the plants, and then also to see the opportunities of how they can actually promote this national park. Mgahinga is one of the richest ecological systems that we have here, in addition to Gindi, which houses the world's half of the world's number of the mountain gorillas. And so we feel that as local people and the stakeholders, this is an opportunity to promote the region and then also equip people with more experience to be able to sell very well what is richly endowed to us.